Love stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marian, the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marian go away.
One stone. Kerfumbly promised me that if I could find her a story that starts with just one stone, she would finally let me out of here. And you know what? I think there really is a story that starts with one stone. It's called a folk tale. That means people have been telling this story for a long, long time. Why, do you know, your Grandma and Grandpa might have even heard this story when they were children. So, let's put our one stone in the machine and see if it gets us that story. We'll turn the machine on. Oh, hooray! It is the story. It's called Stone Soup, and Anne McGovern tells it this way. A young man was walking. He walked and he walked. He walked all night and he walked all day. Oh, he was tired and he was hungry. At last he came to a big house. "What a fine house," he said. "There will be plenty of food for me here." He knocked on the door. A little old lady opened it. "Good lady," said the young man, "I am very hungry. Can you give me something to eat?" "I have nothing to give you," said the little old lady. "I have nothing in the house. I have nothing in the garden." And she began to close the door. "Stop," said the young man. "If you will not give me something to eat, will you give me a stone?" "A stone?" said the little old lady. "What will you do with a stone? You cannot eat a stone." "Ah," said the young man, "I can make soup from a stone." Now the little old lady had never heard of that. Make soup from a stone? Fancy that. "There are stones in the road," said the little old lady. The young man picked up a round gray stone. "This stone will make wonderful soup," he said. "Now, get me a pot." The little old lady got a pot. "Fill the pot with water," the young man said, "and put it on the fire." The little old lady did as she was told, and soon the water was bubbling in the pot. The young man put the round gray stone into the pot. "Now," he said, "we will wait for the stone to cook into soup." The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady said, "This soup is cooking fast." "Well, it is cooking fast now," said the hungry young man, "but it would cook faster with some onions." So the little old lady went to the garden to get some yellow onions. Into the pot went the yellow onions with the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. Fancy that. The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady said, "This soup smells good." "It smells good now," said the hungry young man, "but it would smell better with some carrots." So the little old lady went out to the garden and pulled up all the carrots she could carry. Into the pot went the long, thin carrots with the yellow onions and the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. Fancy that. The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady said, "This soup looks good." "Well, it looks good now," said the hungry young man, "but it would look better if you threw a chicken or two." So the little old lady went to the chicken house to get 2 fat chickens. Into the pot went the 2 fat chickens with the long, thin carrots and the yellow onions and the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. "Fancy that." The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady said, This soup tastes good." "Well, it tastes good now," said the hungry young man, "but it would taste better with beef bones." So the little old lady went to get some juicy beef bones. Into the pot went the juicy beef bones with the 2 fat chickens and the long, thin carrots and the yellow onions and the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. "Fancy that." The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady said, "This soup is fit for a prince." "It is fit for a prince now," said the hungry young man, "but it would be fit for a king with a bit of pepper and a handful of salt." So the little old lady got the pepper and the salt. Into the pot went the bit of pepper and the handful of salt with the juicy beef bones and the 2 fat chickens and the long, thin carrots and the yellow onions and the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. "Fancy that." The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady said, "This soup is too thin." "It is too thin now," said the hungry young man, "but it would be nice and thick with some butter and barley." So the little old lady went to get butter and barley. Into the pot went the butter and barley with the bit of pepper and the handful of salt and the juicy beef bones and the 2 fat chickens and the long, thin carrots and the yellow onions and the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. "Fancy that." The pot bubbled and bubbled. After a while, the little old lady tasted the soup again. "Oh, that is good soup," she said. "Yes," said the hungry young man, "this soup is fit for a king. Now we will eat it." "Stop," said the little old lady. "This soup is indeed fit for a king. Now I will set a table fit for a king." So she took out her best tablecloth and her very best dishes. Then the little old lady and the hungry young man ate all the soup made with the butter and barley and the bit of pepper and the handful of salt and the juicy beef bones and the 2 fat chickens and the long, thin carrots and the yellow onions and, of course, the round gray stone. "Soup from a stone," said the little old lady. "Fancy that." "Now," said the young man, "I must be on my way." He took the stone out of the pot and put it into his pocket. "Why are you taking the stone?" said the little old lady. "Well," said the young man, the stone is not cooked enough. I will have to cook it some more tomorrow." And the young man said goodbye. He walked on down the road. He walked and he walked. "What a fine supper I will have tomorrow," he said to himself. Soup from a stone. Fancy that. And that's the story of Stone Soup. Kerfumbly's going to be so surprised. She didn't think I could get her a story out of just one stone. Let's call her. Left and right and Zachary Zoo, here's a story just for you.
No! No, you didn't really make a story out of one stone, did you?
Yes, I did, and there it is.
Oh, let me see that. Did she really make a story from one stone? She did. What did the man do with that stone? He put it in a pot to make soup? Oh, did the woman help him make the soup? Well, what did she put in the pot? Onions and carrots and chicken and bones and salt and pepper. Who ate that soup? Oh, the man and the woman. Just a minute. The man just put in one stone and the woman put in everything else. Did the man trick the woman into helping him make soup? Yes, he did, didn't he? Oh. Now how am I going to trick Marion into getting another story for me, though?
No tricks, Kerfumbly. You promised to let me go.
Oh, no, I don't have enough stories yet. Why, I don't have a story about a dinosaur or an airplane. Oh, I need more stories. I'll put more things in the trunk, and then you can make more stories for me.
No.
Alakazam, Alakazid, bring me all the stories I need. Oh, is this all? What is this?
Why, Kerfumbly, it's a library card for you.
A library card. Is it magic?
Well, yes, in a way. It will give you all the stories you need.
How?
Well, you take the card to the library and you choose any book you want to read. And then you show the librarian the card, and the librarian lets you take books home.
I can take books home with this? Any book I want?
That's right. And then when you're finished, you bring the books back to the library.
Oh. So the magic is only good once.
Oh, no, Kerfumbly. Then when you finish those books and take them back, you have more to take home.
Oh, well then, it really is a magic card. Why, I can get all the books I want anytime I want.
That's right.
Well then, Marion, you may go back to the library.
At last.
And I'm going to take my library card and go back to the library with you.
Good.
Oh, Marion, do you suppose that they could get a magic card and go to the library, too?
Oh, of course. All you have to do is go to the library with a grown-up, and the librarian will give you your own library card.
And after that, you can get any book you want, just like me. Oh, why, they might want a book about a dinosaur like me. Or maybe witches. Or maybe a baseball. They could have one like that.
Hooray for Marion, now she's free. Hooray for Witch Kerfumbly. Off they go so merrily on their way to the library. And you can take some books home too. There's a library card for you. Join Marion and Kerfumbly. Come along to the library.